Hey everyone, Felipe here. Welcome to another Tower of Saviors video. And in this video, I'll be doing something completely new for the first time. I'll be taking a look at the GNN news, blind, and I have not seen anything yet, and reacting to it and letting you know my first impressions about the news that are just coming out. The reason why I'm doing this is because we have a completely new collaboration event, which is going to be Tower Saviors and Digimon. And honestly, I am super excited about this collaboration because this is literally my childhood. And out of all the collaborations that we've had in the past, this is the one that I'm the most excited about. So I wanted to just take a look at it for the first time on video so you can see basically what I think when I see these news. And don't be afraid, I will be actually doing a proper review of the cards later on with more in-depth analysis and my honest thoughts and opinions about the cards potential in the future. But for now, we'll just be taking a look at the GNN news, and I'll be showing you my first reactions to the upcoming collaboration release, which I am so excited about, honestly. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started and let's take at the GNN news. We're taking a look at, we have a TOS and Digimon crossover event coming soon. We have 4 Dark Masters, which to me it sounds like they're going to be the villains and going to be like the stages that we're going to fight. Super skill character Veemon and Wormmon. This is nice because this is the Digimon 02, the second season. So this is also a nice thing that we are going to have not only the first season, but some characters of the second season as well. So I'm also excited about that. So let's go. We have Taichi and Agumon on the banner, which straight up tells me it's going to be season 1, and looking forward to that already. Let's see. Crossover starts on July 18th. Cannot wait. Digimon, we have the 2 main characters, the 2 protagonists. Let's see. Trait, Digimon Diamond series, they will have amelioration when they first start, which is pretty standard for all crossovers in TOS. You will have amelioration from the get-go because usually Tower of Saviors doesn't rerun collaborations that often, so giving amelioration from the start will give them a more full kit, even if they don't come back in the future. We have the DigiDestined Trade Members Exclusive Team Skill, and this is also something for collabs. I call it the collab special. Usually this is a team skill with a stat boosting effect. So let's take a look at what the DigiDestined have as their team skill. So when the leader and ally are DigiDestined members, we have a Digivice, which is going to be, I'm going to guess it's a craft skill of sorts. Clear the negative effect of black and white. Skill CDs of Digidestins -1. For 1 round, each member launches an extra non-attributive attack. Digivice ability can be activated at the beginning of the round by consuming 100% of the power gathered, which is pretty standard. And the good thing is that it does not consume a charge, so that's going to be good because unlike Nobunaga, you can keep spamming this craft skill over and over again because your craft charges will not run out. If the leader and ally are the same, Veemon and Wormmon, Imperial Dramon, Dragonmon, we will have the D3 Digivice instead, which I'm guessing we'll cover later, I'm thinking. So from the get-go, this looks pretty good. It's going to be a craft skill, so having that additional to your normal team skills, additional to the Dragonware Compulsion, craft skills are good, especially if you have a -1 skill cooldown for your team members. That's going to be good to reactivate their skills later on. And because each member launches an extra attack, if you have the launching attacks craft charge, you might be able to charge this craft faster. And so depending on the team skills that the characters have or the leader skills that they have, if they end up launching a lot of attacks, you might be able to do some of that Ultimate Armor X craft spam where you were able to charge your entire craft in 1 round. And so this will give you a literally every single round you can activate the craft skill, and then you can always get a -1 cooldown on your skills, and then you can activate your skills and that's going to be really good. But that will be, we'll take a look at that depending on the character skills that we see. And so let's go ahead and take a look at Taichi, Yagami, and Agumon, which is going to be one single card member. Makes sense. Each Digidestined will probably be its own card, I think. We have 8 of them, so we do have like 8 characters that we can pull from, so that's pretty good. Normally it's 7, but it would be cool if they had 8. I'm guessing Taichi and Matt, or what his other name, I don't know his name in Japanese. Sorry, I watched this anime in Spanish, so their names are very different from the Japanese. Like I know Taichi as a Tai only. But yeah, so let's take a look. He is going to be a fire dragon. Makes sense. Agumon is a dragon-like member, so fire dragon, and his leader skill. With the team has only Digidestins or dragon members. Team attack times 7.5, HP times 2. Runes of movement time increases by 1.5 seconds. Group of 4 or more runestones, which is not that bad. You get a combo count of 4. And by dissolving race runes, team attack times 3. For the third one, it might be once only, or is it by each group of... No. So if you dissolve a group of 4 or more runestones, you get a +4 combo count. Not bad. +4 is not super significant, but it is very helpful whenever you have like a 10 plus combo shield, because usually 10 combos is really hard to hit. And it is like, yeah, 10 combos is usually kind of hard to hit if you don't have a perfect board. And so if you can increase your combo from like 6, that gives you 10 combo, and that's going to be just pretty easy to break those shields. So definitely a good thing to have. Leader skill 7.5, pretty standard now in the current meta. It's a little bit on the higher side. Everything used to be times 7, now we're going to the times 7.5. So that's pretty good. HP times 2, which is good for dragons because dragons have a lot of HP. The only thing is that I hope he has some sort of recovery, because dragon recovery is kind of shit. So let's take a look at the team skills. So we have Taichi, Yagami, and Agumon. Team skill, we have when the leader is Tai, Agumon, or Metal Garurumon, and the Metal Greymon, maybe? I don't know. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Anyways, and the ally is any Digidestined member, so interesting. Wait, that's amazing. The fact that you don't have to run dual leader and ally, that's pretty good. Because that means you can just use whatever Digidestined, so you can mix and match the jackpot cards. So in my opinion, that's going to be really good as well. But yeah, the team skill, all runestones possess 50% of fire runes. Drop rate of fire increases to 25%. Fire rune effect increases by 150%. So basically you want to run mostly fire members, from what I'm reading, because fire is going to be the one that has the most effect. So fire dragons, which is good because you can have Bahamut, and that's going amazing. You can have Javanor, and okay, based on the members you can put in, it looks like Tai has a pretty good lineup going for him. Burning is nullified. Every time a fire rune is touched while moving, recover 5,000 HP until HP is full. Like I was saying, I was hoping Tai had some sort of recovery, because dragon recovery is shit. This is absolutely amazing. It's basically Xiangyu, because you can fully recover every single round as long as you have at least one fire rune on the board. Especially because you also have the extended runes of movement time from his leader skill. Modify fire and heart runes touch into dragon runes. For every race rune dissolved, Taichi, Yagami, and Agumon launches an extra fire attack to the max of 5 extra attack, and damage dealt to ignited enemies times 4 additionally. So we have the fact that you do need to dissolve race runes to get your maximum multiplier, because you get a ×3 attack from his leader skill, but you do have a way to consistently generate dragon runes just by moving. So honestly, that is a very good design, and in my opinion, it's going to help him really get like his team skills activated, because you can launch extra attacks, and basically you only need to do 2 combos of dragon runes to get your maximum extra attacks. And back to the Digivice thing, because you are launching extra attacks, if you equip a launching attacks craft, this can potentially help you charge your craft skill faster too. Except this extra attack is only for Agumon and Taichi, so maybe we won't get a full craft charge, but it is something good to have. We have there is a Taichi and Agumon with only Digidestins or dragons in the team. So basically your team's your leader skill condition. HP and attack increases by 1.6, skill CD -4 after entering the stage, and every one of the Digidestins gets a -1 after entering the stage. Basically, this is an additional bonus for running Tai as a leader, because as long as you fulfill your conditions for your leader's skill, you are going to fulfill this team skill, and you get a -4 CD on yourself, and also a -1 CD on all the Digidestin, which is always good to have. And then you obtain Digivice, which is going to be the collaboration special. So overall, as a leader, I think he's going to be really fun. He is going to be really fun to play. He does have access to a lot of powerful members in the game. Fire dragons are amazingly stacked for some reason. You do have like a lot of the utility for dragon cards are fire dragons. So you have the effect clearer. I think it's like not Tsunong, but like one of the rune dragons. And then you also have Pong Ai, which breaks Quintet. You have Bahamut, which is the dragon fake black gold card, the one that gives you insane amount of stats just for being in the team. You also get access to Javanor, which is one of the best cards in the game. It's Yoko, but dragon, which can boost your team and also boost your team. Gives you a shit ton of fire runes, which is going to be amazing for Taichi. And then you can convert them into dragon runes, which can fulfill your condition and your extra attacks. Gives you a ×3 attack multiplier on leader and ally, and then you can also break Quintet Elemental Shield when you are deactivated. Basically, the fact that you can slot in Bahamut, Javanor, you can also add Kupwen for good measure. That's going to be absolutely insane. So even if you do not run any other Digidestin in your team, you still have a good amount of other cards that you can put in his team. And then I don't know about the Digidestins because we haven't looked at them yet, but you can still slot them in, and it's also going to be fine. So honestly, as a leader, I think he's going to be really fun to play. Absolutely insane. Let's keep going. We have skill CD 4, which means that after entering the stage, your skill is ready. And we have an effect, it's remove tornado. Craft increases by 50%. Heal 5 million fire damage to everyone, regardless of defense. Ignite all enemies for 1 round. Tap a row to explode. Include frozen and petrified runes to generate. Oh my god, what the shit? At CD4, I'm dying so much? Jesus! Okay. Like, I don't know, if you've seen a lot of my card reviews in the past, you know that I always say, okay, CD8, very long. CD7, okay, pretty standard. CD6, okay. And I'm like, usually I say a card has to do a lot to be good. Even at CD8, if it does a lot of utility, it's still valuable. This one, CD4, with the addition that you can reduce your cooldown by 1 with the craft skills. You can activate this from the get-go because of Tai's team skill. Remove Tornado, that's good utility, but it is situational because Madhead has not implemented too much Tornado yet. But it's good to have, especially at CD4. Granted, it doesn't really give you a lot of like damage. There's no damage multipliers here, but it gives you a snipe, and it gives you an ignite. And the ignite is going to be really good because it pairs up really well with the team skill where damage dealt to ignited enemies increases by 4 times. The reason I say it's not that good is because some enemies are uncontrollable and then you cannot ignite them. So if you were able to just change this ignite to like an regardless unconditional ×4 attack, that would also be good in my opinion. But igniting enemies is really good, especially for those that have ignite shield or status shield, or if you need to change their attribute to something else. For some of those like weakness puzzle shield that don't really, or same attribute puzzle shields, but they also have anti-runestone shields, changing the enemy attribute is going to be really beneficial for that. You also have a snipe, which again also very situational. 5 million is not that much in the grand scheme of things, because usually enemies have way too much HP that 5 million doesn't count. But this snipe does remove stealth shield, so that is going to be a good utility, especially at CD4. And then generate a bunch of fire dragon runes, enchanted fire dragon runes, which is going to increase your attack and also trigger your team skills and leader skills as well. So CD4 skill, absolutely crazy, very short skill, especially with the fact that you can activate it from the get-go and you also have the Digivice effect. And the fact that you can increase your craft apparatus by 50%, if you have that, if you have launching attack count charge craft, you can guarantee that your Digivice will be full for the next round because of, okay, if you activate Digivice, you're at 0 charge. Then you activate Tai, you're at 50 charge. Because of the dragon rules you're generating, Tai and Agumon will launch 5 extra attacks, which is quite a lot. But every single Digi-destined member will also launch an extra attack, which will also help charge your craft a lot. And this can potentially charge your entire craft in one go. So you activate it in one round and you already have it up for the next round. So that might be a good thing. Yeah, being able to charge your power craft apparatus, it's really good as well in my opinion, especially because of the Digivice craft spam potential right there. Next we have the bonding skill, which is going to be if you have Yamato, Ishida, and Gabumon. If you dissolve the character rune, you get an additional 1 combo count. It's a nice passive to have. Honestly, Yamato, Ishida is the other jackpot, I'm guessing. And so having them dual maxed is definitely, or no, you only have to own them. So yeah, if you own them, you can get these 2 passive skills, which they're not game breaking, but they're just a nice bonus to have. By dissolving character rune in the first batch, the character launches 1 extra attack. Again, just helps out with your damage and also charging your craft. And it's not super powerful, but it does give you just tiny little bit more damage, which never hurt anyone. The other one is Own Takeru Takaishi, so TK and Patamon and Hikari, Yagami, and Gatomon. Wait. I hope they're 2 separate cards. Maybe. But yeah. So yeah, honestly, Tai is not bad. Looks pretty fun. And honestly, the artwork is so good. Honestly, when I saw, oh wait, it might be 1 card. That would explain. Okay, if this is the artwork, they might be 1 single card. God damn it. But okay, you see this, but then you see the artwork, and the artwork is so good. It just makes me so happy. Yo, literally, I don't know. It's like Tai, you have the crest, and then you have the Digi evolutions on the back. Oh, it's so good. Okay, anyways, let's move on to Yamato. So Yamato is going to be a water beast. Gabumon is a beast card, so it works out really well. And again, same thing, crest in the back, Digi Evolutions on the back. I wonder if... Okay. Save your diamonds, because we might see a power release, maybe. Given the fact that it says Metal Garurumon, we might have the Warp Synchro. I mean the Warp Evolutions, which means we might have Warp Greymon and Metal Garurumon. So there, and okay, I'm excited, but I'm also like not looking forward to it, because normally for collaborations you have one card that you have to pull multiple jackpot cards. For example, Shiroyasha, you needed one Gintama or one Gintoki, and then power release to Shiroyasha. Or for Simon in Gurren Lagann, you needed one copy of Simon, but then you could evolve him to get the Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann combination. Things like that. But because they're the jackpot cards, you have to spend a lot of diamonds, at most 70 pulls to get 2 copies, for one of them to be power release, so you can have one base form, one power release. But if they implement both War Greymon and Metal Garurumon, that means you're going to need 2 Tais and 2 Yamatos, which that's going to be a lot of diamonds and not very free-to-play friendly. But the nerd in me is very excited to see these cards in the game. Oh my god, anyways. I get distracted. This is why I record reviews, because I can just edit them later and make them like shorter. Right now you're getting the full, unadulterated me reading GNN experience, and it's definitely something. But yeah, looking at leader skill. Okay, when the team has only Digidestins or Beast members, we have another Water Beast leader, which is going to be amazing. Especially it's a collaboration card, so I'm excited for that, because Beast leaders usually don't see that much play. I think the last one we saw was Chloe, who's it's okay, but definitely doesn't see that much use. Or Bernice, which is also good, but also doesn't see that much use. Or like the Tiger one, but that was the last Water Beast leader that came out, but that was way too long ago. So I'm glad to see another good Beast leader that can help in the meta. So let's take a look at that. Team attack times 7, HP and recovery 1.7, not bad. Team attack times 7 is pretty standard nowadays. Might be dangerous in terms of falling off the meta, because now 7 is the lower end of the meta, but we'll see. Yeah. Extend runestone time by 1.5 seconds regardlessly, always good to have. By dissolving water or heart runes, team attack times 2 additionally, and when 4 combos are made, team attack times 3 additionally. So basically very easy conditions to get an additional times 6 attack. Not bad. Team skill. When the leader is Yamato and Gabumon, and the allies another Digidestin, water and heart runes possess the effect of each other. Water and heart runes also possess the effect of runestones of beast attributes in the team. Effect of water runes increases by 150%. Runestone movement will not be stopped when shot or laser trap is touched. Water and heart runes can be dissolved by aligning 2 or more in the first batch. By dissolving 8 or more water or heart runes in total, all members have a 2.5 attack increase. Damage will be dealt regardless of defense and equal combo shield. First batch of runestones to be dropped will be beast runes. Okay, not bad. At the beginning of the round, at the end of the round, turn the columns below the leader and ally into enchanted water beast and enchanted heart beast runes of fixed numbers and fixed positions. Oof, that is amazing. Okay, wow. Yo, this is so good. This is like Erza. Okay, it's just first batch Erza, but with more multiplier, because you have attack times 2.5 in addition to your leader skill, so you have a lot of attack multipliers. So it's gonna be pretty good. But you also have a bunch of things revolving around water and heart runes. So you have Runestone Possession effect. You can run a Rainbow Beast team because water and heart runes will possess the effect of other beasts in your team. So no matter what you bring, they will be able to attack. And additionally, water and heart runes can be dissolved in groups of 2 in the first batch, which makes it really easy and it makes it really easy to spin. And it's going to make it so that you get a lot of combos, you can dissolve them really easily, and you can also just benefit from all these first team skills no matter what. And because it is a 2 dissolve, dissolving 8 or more of them is definitely not a hard condition unless you're running a Runestone Drought of both heart and water. The only thing that can be a little bit tricky is going to be anti-heart and anti-water shield, because with the 2 dissolve, it is easy to accidentally dissolve it in the first batch, and that can trigger the anti-Runestone shields, and that can screw you up a little bit. And also the rune block. So if you are not able to dissolve water runes or heart runes, Yamato will actually be kind of dead if you encounter an enemy with that. But yeah, other than that, he has a lot of the things that he has a step up from a lot of the cards that have 2 dissolve in their kits. So for example, Mesopotamia, Erza, and things like that. One of their biggest weakness was that they would run out of the 2 dissolve runes for the next round, because it dissolved it so fast and so consistently that for the next round you don't really have any of them left. So the fact that you can generate your own columns of water and heart runes to benefit from your other team skills, in my opinion, is really good for him too. Next we have when Yamato with Gabumon with only Digidestined members of beasts in the team. So basically, if you satisfy the leader condition, you get an HP, attack, and recovery basic value times 1.4, which is pretty good, and a -2 skill cooldown for all of the Digidestins in the Digidestins and beasts in the team, which is going to be a little bit better than Tai's -1, because -2 is obviously better than -1. But yeah, and then Digivice. So all in all, I think Yamato is going to be a pretty good leader as well, but he does have a couple matchups that are going to be kind of unfortunate. So any card that can block him from dissolving water runes or heart runes or both will basically kill you, because you will not benefit from the team attack, you will not benefit from the team skill, you will not benefit from the Runestone Possession, and yeah, without that your attack is going to be very mediocre unless you buff yourself up with everything. But yeah, I think laser and shot traps, they're pretty situational and they don't see played that often, but being able to ignore them when they come up is also going to be really good as well. But yeah, also deal damage regardless of equal combo shield. Equal combo shield is usually a pain in the butt, so being able to ignore it, also a good thing as well. So I do think Yamato is going to be a good leader card as well. I'm really excited about this, especially if you get the Warp Shinka. Warp Evolution into Metal Garurumon. That's going to be also really exciting as well. So let's take a look at his active skill. We have CD6 skill, so a little bit slower, but not bad. Blue Blaster, deal a snipe of 5 million to all enemies regardless of defense. Ignite them for 2 rounds. Oh, blue fire, yes. Right, Garurumon or Gabumon is also his attack is blue fire. Yes, that makes sense. I just got confused because he's a water card, and usually water cards want to freeze stuff. But actually no, this is really good because Like I said, water cards usually want to freeze stuff, but you don't have that many water cards that can ignite. You have Todoroki, but now we have a water beast that can ignite as well. So you can ignite for 2 rounds. Burning will be nullified, which is also good. Damage will be regardless of Runestone combo nullifying. So what I was saying about the anti-Runestone shield will actually be negated by this active skill. So I'm glad I read ahead, or not read ahead. Like I'm glad I'm looking at this now, and now I know that you can go against Runestone combo nullifying, even if it's water runes. And then Digidestined members and Beast members attack times 2.5. Honestly, a pretty good active skill that really synergizes well with his own kit. CD6 is a little bit slow for a snipe, but everything else, in my opinion, is good utility. Yamato doesn't negate burning by himself, so being able to use his skill to negate burning is going to be good. And you also have the utility to negate Runestone combo nullifying and also gain a 2.5 attack bonus, and also ignite enemies to turn them into fire, and because you are a water card, you will deal additional damage against fire enemies. So honestly, this is a really good active skill that really complements Yamato's leader skill and team skill, but looking at it, it also looks like it's good for a Taichi team, because Taichi will benefit from enemies being ignited all the time. And he gets a ×4 attack boost when enemies are ignited. So if you can use Taichi's active skill to ignite for 1 round, then you can use Yamato's active skill to ignite the next enemy, and then you can use whatever other card to ignite again, and then you can always have that ×4 attack bonus. It's an option, but he might be good for Taichi team, especially because Taichi can also not nullify Runestone combos, Runestone combo nullifying. So if you can use that, that's going to be good. And Yamato is going to buff Taichi as well, because Taichi is a Digidestined. So overall, Yamato might also be a good member in a Taichi team. But his skill definitely... Oh, their Digivices are glowing! Okay, sorry. His skill definitely complements his playstyle very well. And CD6, pretty standard, and the fact that you get a -2 on entry is not bad, and you also get the Digivice effect so that you can reduce your cooldown when you have the craft activated. We also have bonding skill when you have Taichi and Agumon, or Takeru and Hikari. You have the same when you have passive skills, so extend Runestone movement time by 1 second, and character launches 1 extra attack as much as 100% of their own attack. So not bad, really nice bonus to have. And I mean, if you're pulling for this series, you might end up owning all of them. So the bonding skill is just a passive effect that you will always have active. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was afraid of this. I thought they would do 1 Digidestined per card, and then we would have 8 different cards. But I guess this does make it the usual 7. So like 3 jackpot cards, 4 non-jackpot. So I guess so. But yeah, Hikari and Takeru with Patamon and Gatomon. And they are going to be God cards, like God. And this makes sense. This makes so much sense, because Angemon and Angewomon, they're angels, and angels serve God, and they're gods of light. So, and I mean, Hikari's crest is the crest of light. So if they were not light, I would be mad. But yes, I digress. Again, the artwork is so good. The one thing that I'm sad is you don't have Magna Angemon in the background for Patamon. Because, you know, Angemon is only the champion form. And so we don't have the ult. And then Angewomon is just the ultimate form of Gatomon. So it's kind of sad that you don't have Magna Angemon. See? You know I love this collaboration when I can actually talk about it. Anyways, Light God card Takeru and Patamon with Hikari and Gatomon. And leader skill is going to be when Digidestance, Light members, or actually, hold up. Okay, this is just Digidestin and Race. Digidestin and Race. Okay, so for Hikari and Takeru, you have both Digidestin, Race, so God, and also access to every single Light member in the game. And that is amazing. More flexibility for team building, more options for utility, and basically anything that you want, as long as you can put a Light member or Light member in your team. And you have also access to all the God cards, which is an amazing pool of cards with a lot of utility. So that is going to be absolutely insane at how big the potential card pool for this leader is going to be. Because you have basically a bunch of black gold cards that are really good at support. So Anubis, you have Yanxi, so like Fire Yan. You have then for light cards, you have like a lot of the human cards like Kurapika, self-boosting cards, things like that, Xiangyu, and like others. You know, there's so many. This card pool is insane. it's crazy. Attack time 7, HP and recovery 1.7, pretty standard. Extend runestone movement time by 2 seconds, pretty good. Dissolving 4 types of runestones, attack increases by 3.5 additionally. Damage received is reduced by minus 30%, and damage received from demon is reduced by 50%. This is so nice because Agumon was the killer to Devimon, and then he was a demon, and then so it makes sense that they are because angels fight demons, they can reduce their so good. Anyways, but yeah, so honestly, not a bad thing. Team attack times 3.5 with the additional times 7. Again, times 7 is now on the lower end of the meta, so higher chances of power creep or falling off the meta for Hikari and Takeru. But now let's take a look at the team skill. When the leader is Takeru or Hikari, no other condition. So basically, you can run it with anything that is not a Digidestined either. So if you so want it, you could run it with Melody, and then you have a full freaking time tunnel every single time. Anyways, so light runestones possess 50% effect of heart runes. Heart runes possess 50% of attributive runes. Sticky is nullified. After runestone movement, first batch of runestones to be dropped in the 3 columns on the left will be light runes, 3 columns on the right will be heart runes. By dissolving 9 light runes, each member launches an extra attack, and by dissolving 9 heart runes, team attack times 5. If you have Takeru and Hikari in the team, damage dealt to dark and demon enemies increases by 2 times additionally for Takeru and Hikari. That's a nice and Digivice effect. Oh my god, okay, so where do I start? Passive effect, that's amazing. Unconditional passive effect, no matter what team you are running, Hikari and Takeru. You get a times 2 damage to dark and demon enemies for yourself. And honestly, that's not too broken, but it is a nice effect to have. But this basically gives them an additional layer of future proofing, because you can basically, depending on their active skill, you would be able to put Hikari and Takeru in any light team that comes up in the future. Because your multipliers only really matter for your leader. So any future light god leader can benefit from having Hikari and Takeru in the team because of this times 2 to dark and demon enemies, although it's very situational. So that's why I say, depending on the active skill, it might be they might be a very good card to obtain. For the upper part of the team skill, we have that the leader is Takeru and Hikari, which means, again, you don't have to run dual leader and ally. You don't have to run any Digidestin. You can run anything as your ally. And given how many cards Madhead has been releasing that are standalones, like, I don't know, Daji, Melody, all the recent jackpot cards, Omega, things like that, they are really suited for just being allies. So in my mind, if you run Takeru and Hikari with a Melody, which is another light card, you can benefit from one, Melody generates heart runes with her skill. And that is going to satisfy this condition right here and give you a lot of attacking runes. But not only that, Melody gives you a continuous time tunnel, and time tunnel is one of the best skills in the game. So just putting out there, Hikari and Takeru with a Melody ally might be pretty good. Sticky, always nice to nullify it because it's pretty annoying. After Runes of Movement, okay, so basically this is going to be their core playstyle. It's the same as, shoot, what's their name? Azazel? No. Asriel. Hooch. The not Chrono Trigger. The Chronos Gate Dark card, where you dissolve the 2 columns and then you guarantee light and dark on both columns. Basically that playstyle. And because you drop the first batch of runestones on the first 3 columns is just light runes and it's just heart runes. You basically only need to do like 3 combos on each side to get more than 9 light runes and more than 9 heart runes. And basically you can guarantee this extra team effect, which gives you a massive ×5 team attack. And also each member launches an extra light attack. And this is for every single member regardless of trait. So it doesn't have to be a Digidestin, it doesn't have to be a god, it doesn't have to be a light member. Anything will get, or every single member will get an extra light attack. And every single member will get a ×5 attack boost if you are able to satisfy both conditions. And this is so crazy. Oh my god. Okay, honestly, everything is theory for now, and honestly, I don't know until I test it for real when the card comes out. But this is just so, it sounds so good. Especially if you bring any booster cards, this is going to launch so much damage. And these extra attacks with the Digivice, you might be able to do craft spam with Takeru and Hikari actually. Maybe. But yeah, you might be able to do craft spam, but we'll have to see when they come out. But yeah, as a leader, they sound pretty fun to play. Again, there are some like enemy counters, so any enemy that will block your light runes or any enemy that will block your heart runes is a death sentence for them, especially for the heart rune because you cannot benefit from the ×5 team attack. So you might be able to circumvent by bursting it down with all your skills and just relying on the light attacks. But yeah, you can also run rainbow teams because heart runes will possess effect of other attribute of runestones, and you can guarantee heart runes, so you will always have attacking runes for everything. So as a leader, I do think Hikari and Takeru are going to be really fun to play, and I think honestly their playstyle might be the most fun out of all 3 of them. I think Taichi is going to be very normal, very vanilla. Just spin, get your race runes. Yamato is going to be a 2 dissolve bot, which is going to be like easy dissolve, high combo, and satisfying initial batch. But Hikari is going to be a sky drop gameplay, which honestly I do personally like more. So like Lilith, Tio, and like all the sky drops, it's actually kind of satisfying for me. So definitely I can see myself enjoying their playstyle a little bit more than the other two jackpot cards. Now, going to their active skill, they have 2 active skills, which makes sense because there are 2 Digidestined. Okay. We have Lightning Paw, which is, I'm guessing it's going to be Gatomon's skill. CD6, they're actually both CD6. Tap a runestone to turn that type of runes into enchanted light god runes. For 1 round, character's attack increases by 4 times. Damage will be dealt regardless of puzzle shield and fixed combo shield. If the leader is a Digidestined, the effect stays in play for 2 more rounds. Okay, so you know how I was saying that if their active skill is good, they might be a staple card in future light teams. This is amazing. This is great. This is a ×4 team attack, or a ×4 attack multiplier for yourself. It's pretty good. You can also ignore puzzle shield and ignore fixed combo shield. That's also amazing. And the third effect, you know, it's whatever. It's gonna be good during the collaboration event, but once the collaboration falls off the meta, this effect doesn't really matter. So we can just ignore that. But then the first effect too, you can choose a runestone. So if you have like all fire runes are electrified, if all water runes are frozen, if all earth runes are weathered, just tap them and then you can turn them into light runes and use them to attack your enemy and also have an easier time dissolving them. Unfortunately, it's not explosion, which would make this active skill even better, or removal, which would be the best one. Turning is still pretty okay. You will still have the hazard on it though. So if the fire runes are electrified, the ones you turn will still be electrified. They will still be weathered, they will still be frozen and stuff, but because you're generating the light runes, you might have other light runes on the board, so it might make it easier for you to get rid of them. But yeah, CD6, not bad. We don't have any cooldown reduction, so that's okay. But CD6 with the Digivice, if Hikari and Takeru have craft spam, then basically this is going to be a CD3 skill. So, you know, this is crazy. But yeah, if they have craft spam. Only if they have craft spam. Second effect is air shot, which is Patamon's effect. Right. Yeah, Patamon's attack is air shot. Also CD6. Tap a runestone to explode them and generate enchanted god heart runes. Remember when I was saying that explosion would have been better on this skill? Well, now you have it. You can explode runes with hazards and generate enchanted heart runes. Heart runes will also possess 200% the effect of attributed runestones, and if the leader is a Digidestined, the skill stays in place for 2 more rounds. Honestly, this one is more simple and doesn't do as much as the other one, but hear me out. I actually also think that this is really a really good member. Also, keep in mind you can activate both at the same time and get rid of 2 different types of runestones. You can explode one type and you can turn the other type. Honestly, that is very useful. And then you ignore shields with your first active skill, and then for the second active skill, you just generate a lot of attacking runes. And the reason why I think this active skill is pretty good is 1, because you can explode the board hazards, but 2, it gives heart runes the runestone possession effect. And the reason why I think this is good is because future leaders might not have heart rune possession effect. So for example, if you were running X light leader, like for example, Nesoi, Nesoi does not run heart runes. and hard runes do not possess any attack. So if you had this active skill without the runestone possession effect, yes, you can explode runes to generate hard runes, but then those hard runes don't do anything except for recovery. But the fact that you have runestone possession effect for these hard runes basically tells you, okay, no matter what leader you have in the future, you can still use these hard runes that you're generating to attack. And in my opinion, that is really good. I don't think it's that great of an active skill, but because you're paired up with the first one, I think it's a good small bonus to have for this card in the future as well. So it might not be broken. It's actually not that great. It's the second active skill is not great. It's like doesn't really have utility, doesn't do much. It just explode runes and that's it. But because it comes tied to this first one where you can ignore shield and increase your attack, I think as a whole, it is a still pretty valuable member to have even moving forward. In terms of Takeru and Hikari gameplay, they actually have a good synergy with their playstyle because you're generating light runes and hard runes, which are their main gimmick in their leader, running them as leaders. So honestly, good active skill, and definitely consider getting this for future members, future leaders. Because I think in the same way that people keep running Kurapika on teams, I do think that you might want to run Takeru and Hikari if you have the chance for any light teams in the future. Like for example, you could run Hikari and Takeru on a buffed Norse, like Thor team. That might actually work. So I don't know. Actually, I do need some water. I've been talking for too long. But yeah, so bonding skill, same thing. You own Yamato and Taichi, and you get a +1 combo and also launch or extend runes of movement time regardlessly by 1 second. These are passives, not super broken, but it's a nice thing to have. But yeah. So now we move on to the non-jackpot cards, which I'm also excited about because I love this series. Aw, wait, she doesn't have her Digivice. Where's your Digivice, Mimi? So we have Mimi, Tachikawa, and Palmon. Sorry, Genshin. Palmon. And this is going to be an Earth Elf card, which makes sense. Plants. A lot of our plant cards, like Elfish Perennials, like rose and things like that, cornflower, they're also plants, so definitely makes sense that she is going to be an elf card. You have skill, poison ivy, CD6. We don't have a leader on team skill because she is going to be a non-active, non-jackpot card, but I still like how she has her crest in the back and the 2 evolutions in the back, Togemon and Leomon, which honestly, I love the artwork if I haven't mentioned it. But yeah, active skill CD6, not bad. Poison all enemies with non-attributive damage, each round regardless of defense until defeated. Honestly, poison is just okay because there aren't that many enemies that require you to poison them. We have this new status called Venom, so the fact that you don't Venom, you only poison, might not make this as useful, in my opinion. Team will not be poisoned. This is going to be pretty good, especially for if you're running any DigiDestined members, because nowadays Madhead has been introducing 90% poison for 3 rounds, just like the latest ultimate stage for the for House. This boss stage has 3 rounds of poison, and you have to 1, either ignore it, or 2, burst him down. But with Mimi, you can ignore him, and that's fine when the effect is in play, which means that as long as the enemy can be poisoned, you will be immune for the entire round. But usually, for enemies that poison you, Mad Hit gives them uncontrollable skills because they don't want you to delay their attacks, or they don't want you to like... Actually, for House they didn't do that, but I'm thinking about the 5-round poison with traffic light runes from corner to corner. For that skill, they usually have like a 90% poison, but they also attack you every round. And they don't want you to delay them because that means that you can just run the 5 rounds. I mean, it's still useful to ignore poison, but this poison ignore only works if the enemy is not uncontrollable. And so it's going to be more situational and definitely not that useful in general. However, you do get an additional effect, which is one of the things I really like about collaborations. Because like normally, any normal card will just end there, but this one has more, which gives you additional utility and gives you more incentive to run Mimi in the team. So character attack times 5, damage regardless of fixed combo shield, and for Digi-Destined, damage dealt regardless of puzzle shield. So honestly, this gives you a very big incentive to run Mimi in a Digi-Destined team because you can ignore the puzzle shield. And that is going to be good because Matt and Tai cannot ignore puzzle shields by themselves. So it might be good to bring one of those to help them break puzzle shields. Honestly, puzzle shields is one of the more common enemy skills and also one of the more annoying ones to deal with. And I always end up ignoring it because it's so annoying. But yeah, we have more bonding skills with Koushiro and Tentomon and Jo and Gomamon. Same thing, passive effects, good to have. If you're going for the jackpot cards, you're gonna get them, so you know, it's fine. For Koushiro and Tentomon, we have they are going to be dark attributes, which this is the one time that I feel like it doesn't really fit because Tentomon, Kabuterimon, and Mega Kabuterimon are more lightning. So dark attribute doesn't really fit them, but I'm guessing it's hard to come up with a dark attribute for all the Digi-Destined because all of them are like light hope values. So you know, it's going to be hard to come up with a dark attribute to fit someone. So I'm guessing because he is the purple crest, definitely. I actually feel like they made him the dark one because he is the purple crest, and then the color scheme works. So that might be the only reason why he's dark. But yeah, CD8, electrify all enemies for 2 rounds, alter the attributes into the leader's counter attribute, and weaken their attack by 50%. So honestly, a pretty good active skill. Really good control active skill. Very simple and doesn't really, but it does quite a lot. And CD8 is a little bit long, but for controlling skills it's actually pretty standard to have them be a little bit longer. Electrifying, unfortunately, you don't inactivate them, but you do reduce their attack by 50%, which is different than damage reduction, because damage reduction can be bypassed by Phantom or by Shield Break, but weakening attack will help you survive even if they have a damage or a shield or a Phantom where they ignore damage reduction skills. So if you can weaken their attack, even if they ignore your damage reduction, you can still survive. You can also electrify for 2 rounds, which is good for electrify shields, things like that. But honestly, I think the best part is going to be alter the attribute of the enemy into the leader's counter attribute, which means that you will be dealing super effective damage with your leader. And so for Hikari and Takeru, this is going to be dark attribute, and they're also going to trigger their passive where they deal ×2 damage to dark enemies. For Yamato, it's going to be fire member or fire attribute. Water deals super effective against fire. For Tai, it's going to be earth because fire deals super effective damage against earth. But keep in mind that this is not limited to just Digi-Destined, so this is also a good member to have for future teams, because if you need to change the attribute of anything, you can, no matter what leader you're running, this will change the attribute to be the opposite of the leader that you're running. So honestly, it's also a good card to have as a member. And then bonding skills with Mimi. Character's damage will be dealt regardless of defense, but you know, yeah, you're not going to be dealing. You're not going to be relying on Koushiro to deal the most amount of damage if you're running other teams. So you know, good thing to have, but not necessarily the best. Now we have Joe and Gomamon, which is going to be a water beast card. This one is the one that fits the most because you know, Gomamon is a water member, a water animal, and the evolutions are also water animals, and there are beasts. CD5, Marching Fishes, which is Gomamon's active skill or attack and his base form. For 2 rounds, turn the first runestones touched into water beast runes enchanted. Combo count increases by 6 times, and if the leader is a Digidestined, combo count increases by 12. My opinion, this active skill is very simple but actually really powerful. Especially for a Yamato team, this is going to be an amazing active skill because 1, you're generating more water runes that you can use to attack, but you're also getting more combo count. And because Matt is a Digidestined, you get a plus 12 combo count, and that is going to give you a lot of damage and also break a lot of annoying shields. So honestly, good card to have, good member, and for future beast cards might also be really good to have as well. But yeah, bonding skill, same thing. And then Sora, Takenuchi, and Biyomon, fire beast card, also very fitting. You have Garudamon and Bergermon in the back. The Crest of Love, I love it. CD5, Spiral Twister. Explode weather runes to generate beast runes for 2 rounds, time tunnel. Not bad. Pretty simple. CD5 time tunnel though. That is amazing. Again, I love time tunnel. Time tunnel's busted. You can do anything that you want with time tunnel. The only thing is you can't really clear stages fast because you have to wait for the time tunnel to finish. But other than that, time tunnel is one of the best effects. The explosion effect is kind of because honestly I haven't seen weather runes for a very long time because every single enemy has some sort of annoying shield, but we haven't seen weather runes for more than a month, I think. So exploding weather runes to generate beast runes, kind of weird, especially because you don't guarantee attributes, so you cannot reliably generate what you want or even generate attacking runes. So this one's a little bit on the weird side for me, but CD5 time tunnel, really good. I would say I would like it if she had some sort of attack increase, maybe like a 1.5 team attack increase or a... Okay, I would want a ×2 attack increase, but even a 1.5 attack increase would be fine. But time tunnel is still good. CD5 time tunnel still good. And bonding skill. Whew. Oh, we have more? Jesus. Okay, I need more water. Hold up. Oh, wow. This GNN is stacked. Holy crap. Also, just remember, I am going to be running this. I am going to be doing actual reviews for each of the cards later, so yeah, maybe, I don't know. Okay, Leomon, light beast card, also really fitting. CD6, turn, oh god, nice. Turn all runestones into 5 water, fire, earth, light, dark, and heart runes, non-enchanted. For 1 round, the character's attack increases by 3.5. Every Digidestined has their cooldown reduced by 1 at the end of the round. Honestly, I mean, it's a good card to have. His effects is just okay. Honestly, I wouldn't really use him unless you want to run him in a Hikari team. And the reason why not is he gives support to the Digidestin. But here, Digimon Diamond Seal series except Leomon are Digidestin members. Veemon and Wormmon are also Digi, but Leomon does not count as the Digidestin member. So basically, this doesn't really give you, like, you can't really run him in a Yamato team. Or you can run him in a Yamato team because he's a beast, but you cannot run him in a Tai team because Taichi can only have Digidestin and Dragons to get his leader skill. So you can run him on a Taichi team. You could technically run him on a Yamato team. You can also run him in a Hikari and Takeru team because light. But honestly, you might be better off adding something that gives you more utility for everyone. If you're going to use a card to support the Digidestin, the second effect should be team attack times 3.5, not character attack times 3.5. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like 3.5 is not negligible. It's still a good chunk of attack. And you are generating a board that will have a guaranteed full clear. So it's good to have. CD6 for a full board cleared times 3.5 self-attack increase is not bad. But the third one, you do reduce the skill cooldown of all Digidestins in the team by 1, which is not bad. And if you mix that with Digivice, it's faster. But he himself will always be CD6. I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's a good active skill. It's not great. I think in terms of light members, there is a lot more utility out there. But yeah. You do have a bonding skill, which is going to be Ogremon. Dual max Ogremon. Ooh, we have Ogremon. Nice. That's probably a bi-weekly card, I'm gonna guess. When the character's runestone is triggered and no character rune is dissolved, character skill cooldown -1. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to bypass his CD6. Just keep pulling down his character rune, but I mean, it's just okay. I'm only halfway through this GNN, holy crap. Anyways, exclusive dragonware. Ah, the crests and the little amulets. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'm happy. But yeah, so collaboration cards, nowadays they come out with their own exclusive dragonware, so this is to be expected. There's no exclusive dragonware for Leomon. Oh wait, is Leomon just like a... Oh, he's a non-jackpot card. Jesus, why? Really? Wait, why? No. He's in the Diamond Seal? Why? I don't get it. You could have just... Okay, fine, I guess. I was thinking... You know, you could have just made Hikari and Takeru their own thing. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, fine, it's fine. Anyways, so Crest of Friendship, have skill -1, team attack times 1.5, dissolving 1.5 attack, cooldown, active skills. Okay, so it's a lot of active skill cooldown reduction when you activate it, but honestly, I think for Digivices, you do want to use the Digivice skill instead of using your craft skills or like Dragonic Compulsions. The Dragonware -1 for the characters is nice, especially if they're not the leader and you're running them as a member. That's going to be good. Stat boosts are also kind of nice, but honestly they're not that significant. Maybe for Hikari and Takeru, maybe yeah. Their Dragonware, definitely get the Dragonware for all of them, because having the -1 CD reduction is going to be really good for them as well. But I don't think their craft skills are that great. And you'll probably be using the craft skill, the Digivice craft skill instead. -1, 1.5, -3, yeah. Yeah, basically it's all the same. Yeah, so it's basically all the same. It's not bad. Oh no, the poop guys. They're the seal. No, wait, no, you don't want to feed this to kids. Why? Okay, Numemon, Sukamon, and Chumon. Yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, oh, this is nostalgic. I haven't seen them since the first season. But again, they're poop. Do you really want to feed that to kids? I mean, I know it's just a game, but you know, it's whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. Light of support and hope. You can challenge the stage to get yeah, okay. Ooh, you can get Eidolons and crossover summon coupons. Nice. Okay, definitely. Do it, do it. Fuck. Damn it, okay. It's a power release. You know when I was talking about War Greymon and Where Garudu or Metal Garurumon? So, normally, for newer cards, you're going to need 8 Dolans of the race to power release them. Yeah? The fact that Madhead is being so generous and giving you 8 Dolan of Dragon, 8 Dolan of Beast, and 8 Dolan of Dragons as rewards for clearing this stage tells me straight up Taichi and Yamato are going to both have a power release for their warp evolutions. Okay. Materials. That's going to be painful, but it's okay. But yeah. When the stage comes up, do it. Having the skill up materials is just gonna be good, and all these rewards are just really good. The crossovers coupons, honestly, this is a great seal. All in all, I think this is a good seal to pull for, because you have cards that can benefit you with cards from the Digidestined. So if you have Digidestined, you benefit. But Yamato and Taichi, you can also run them with the races they are. So you can also use the races in your inventory for them. So honestly, I do think they're a really good leader to get right now, because they're really powerful, and also they have a lot of flexibility in team building. And Dragon and Beast cards don't really see that many leaders recently, so if you needed a Dragon and Beast leader, they're definitely there for the taking. And then Hikari and Takeru, good god leader as well, really good flexibility for team building, and also an amazing member for the future. So honestly, the fact that they give you extra coupons for summoning gives you more chances of getting jackpot cards. So, you know, definitely take advantage of that. Chain battle. Okay. So it's not ultimate stage bosses. It's going to be chain battles. I thought these guys would be ultimate stage. I mean, it's good that the 4 big enemies from the first series or the first season are in the game. It's great. Fire, dark, maybe? Anyways, the 4 Dark Masters. Yeah. So we have chain battles for Machine Dramon, Metal Seadramon, Puppetmon, and what's his name? Oh, you don't say. Piedmon. But yeah, during the battle, guild members, yeah, more merits, and then you can redeem Metal Seadramon, Machine Dramon, and other fruitful rewards. I'm guessing you can also redeem Puppetmon and Piedmon later. But I think, yeah. So Metal Seadramon, you have a leader skill. Interesting. Oh wait, the artwork is so good. Anyways. Machina attack times 5. I mean, don't worry about the leader skill. You don't have a team skill, so there's no way to increase your damage even further. So don't worry about the leader skill. Active skill CD7, snipe for 1 round, tumbler, and launch an attribute effective counterattack. Basically a Meliodas skill, which is not bad, especially because if you've seen Meliodas before, he is able to kill some enemies with this counterattack, especially if they have tumbler shields, like 5 round 25% tumbler, 50% tumbler. Meliodas can ignore that. So this one can also do that, I believe. So definitely good to have, especially because this is a light machina, which is a different attribute and different race from Meliodas. So it is a good utility to get in your team. Bonding skill. Bonding skill. Hey, do we not get the other 3? Oh well. Super skill character, Veemon and Wormmon, Season 2 Digimon. Oh, it's going to be one of those skill level 70s that you can get a lot of during the event. And then you just feed them to each other. Okay. So dragonware D3 Digivice. Yep. So same thing with their dragonware, which is going to be -1 active. Yeah, so their craft skill, dragonware, definitely good to have, but their craft skill is just eh. I know their Digivice effect will be different, so it's interesting to see what we're gonna get. But yeah, leader skill, Digidestance times 6, HP and recovery times 2, for 12 rounds, team attack times 12. Honestly, not bad. Light dragon card, not bad. 6 is a very small multiplier, but for a times 2 team attack, that's pretty good in my opinion. Okay, team skill for Veemon and Wormmon, acquire Digivice. Black and white, skill CD, each member, okay. If the leader and ally are the same, Veemon and Wormmon, or Imperial, okay. D3 Digivice instead, okay. So this is the base Digivice. D3 Digivice. We have the same thing. Okay, same thing. Oh, huh? Okay. Each member launches an extra non-attribute. Huh? Wait. Huh? Wait, it's the same. It's the same. Am I reading? I mean, the only thing that changes is the Digidestin, members -1, to Veemon, Imperial Dramon, and Imperial Dramon -1 for 1 round. The thing I'm thinking is Imperial Dramon is probably not a Digidestin. So maybe I don't understand. I thought it was gonna be different, but it's basically the same Digivice effect, but less good, because now you don't have skill cooldown of Digidestined, it's just Veemon and Imperial Dramon. Yeah. Weird. Okay, anyways. Veemon Wormmon Double X Sinka 2 Imperial Dramon. Oh wait, it's Stingmon. Anyways. CD7 1 out of 2 skills. So you get to choose one of these 2 skills at CD7. Turn all runestones into water and light runes. If the leader is Digidestined, turn all runestones. Okay, so honestly a pretty bad skill. Not much utility, you just generate water and light runes, which is okay. And then for the second one, team recovery becomes 0, team will not be poisoned. Each Digidestined beast, elf, and dragon will launch an extra attack of its counter attribute as much as 1.5% its own attack. Honestly, I think this is good because with recovery inversion, this is going to be your lifesaver. I think cards that can reduce your recovery to 0 are very useful nowadays because of the enemy skill recovery inversion. Team will not be poisoned, very situational, and then the extra attack is just nice. Honestly, Veemon is going to be kind of situational. I would say definitely get 1 copy dual max. Actually, get 2 copies dual max, or 3 copies dual max if you can. So what you want to do is freaking, you want to save 3 copies, right? At least 1 for Veemon and Wormmon base form, and then because they said Imperial Dramon already, we know that there's going to be some sort of power release or virtual rebirth for Imperial Dramon. So if you want to keep this skill to reduce your recovery to 0 and counter recovery reduction, then, or recovery inversion, then definitely you want to keep 1 copy. But you also want to have Imperial Dramon, because I feel like that's going to be a powerful card, given how that was like the big reveal for season 2, like the XX fusion evolution to Imperial Dramon, and then you get the fighter mode. So it should be powerful because it's such a big Digimon. So I would say keep 1 Veemon, then keep another copy for the virtual rebirth. And because they say a dragon form and fighter form, maybe have a 3rd copy somewhere, so you can have 1 of each of them in your inventory, just in case. But yeah, event mission, the devil that controls Digimons. Oh, we have Devimon. It's going to be one of those like level 1, level 2 floors, and so it's going to be good. Now it makes sense. This is going to be the dark attribute. Wouldn't be surprised if all the devils are dark, but dark demon attribute just very fitting. The artwork absolutely amazing. I do wish they had some of the dark cogs around him, maybe, especially because this is the whole like the devil that controls Digimon, and he used the dark gears to control Digimon. So maybe have like some of those dark gears floating around. That would have been really cool. But anyways, CD5 active skill, turn columns below the leader into dark demon runes, modify the columns before demons to become demon runes. Ignore tornado if there's a tornado. Character skill cooldown -5 at the end of the round. I mean, it's not a bad active skill, it's just very situational. Actually, no, it's a pretty bad active skill. Like, yes, you can ignore tornado, but tornado is not that big of a hazard, or not that common even. And yeah, because the skill cooldown is tied to tornado, you only want to activate this when there's a tornado. But normally there's no tornadoes in the stages, so why would you run this if there's no tornado? And then even if you run this, the effect that you get, it's not that great. You just generate runes to become demon runes and generate dark demon runes, not even enchanted dark demon runes, so it's just okay, honestly. So yeah, honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say get 1 copy for the index, especially because of the collaboration index. But honestly, his skill is not that great in my opinion, and definitely there's so many more dark demon cards that have more use, especially from the 7 Sins collaboration. They were all dark demons. So I don't know. He falls a little bit short in the active skill department. But yeah, all events, yeah, you know, use VPN. But holy crap. Okay, my throat hurts. But honestly, I am so excited for this collaboration. This is the most excited I've been about a collaboration, and I cannot wait for Monday in order to pull for these characters. And I'm gonna go crazy with. I am gonna pull for so much. I want to get all of them. I want to get them all at dual max. That's already my plan. I'm already planning for it. But yeah, I do think this is a good seal. Overall, the bi-weekly and enemies, they're okay. They're just pretty okay in terms of active skills. But I do think that DigiDestined might be a good seal to invest in, because they are very flexible leaders. They don't lock you into a single attribute. They don't lock you into... They and you have 3 different races that you can do. So you can do dragons, you can do beasts, and you can use god or light. So honestly, there is a lot of flexibility in team building. But yes, and definitely you can also use the cards that you already have in your inventory, because even though you have the Digivice effect that only benefits Digidestined, the Digivice effect also allows all the team members to launch attacks. The cooldown reduction is only for Digidestined, but every single member can launch an extra attack. So even if you're running other cards that are not Digidestined, you can still benefit from the Digivice effect. And so even like, I don't know, for a lot of collaborations, the leader skill or the team skills can only be activated if you have, I don't know, 3 or more collaboration members, 5 or more collaboration members. Only collaboration members benefit from this. No, for these seal, actually, the entire team can benefit from their team skills, and the team skills are very easy to trigger. And so I do think if you pull for this seal, you can still use older cards that you have, and you're not like constrained by the collaboration like in other collaborations that we had. And that's going to have a lot of flexibility and definitely make it a little bit more fun to team build with the inventories that you have. So honestly, I do recommend pulling for this seal just because of the sheer flexibility and the fun playstyles that I've seen. I will read a little more into it, and then I'll probably do a card review after the seal comes out, just so I can test them out and see how they differ from what I'm thinking right now. And I'll post that on my YouTube video. But yeah, so this has been a super long recording, super long video. But yeah, normally when I do card reviews, I have read the card, I have read every single text, I have like rehearsed the script, I have like prepared everything so that I can deliver everything in like one run. And this is me reading GNN for the first time, so let me know what you think. There's definitely more like goofiness to it, but it is, I think it was fun because like, especially for this one where I was super excited, I knew that I was gonna be excited by reading things. So I think, yeah, I think, I don't know if I wanna do a lot of these in the future because it does take quite a bit to record and to talk, and my throat hurts a lot right now. But let me know if you like it, and if you like this style of content, then I might be inclined to do it more often. And hopefully for future GNNs, they're not as long as this one, and it doesn't take as long. But because this is the first collaboration GNN, it has all the characters, it has all the events coming out, so definitely it's going to be a little bit more on the longer side. I will also put timestamps in the video because this is a giant video, so just refer to the timestamps below to check my comments on certain characters so that you're actually not just scrolling aimlessly around the video, you know? So yeah, that's all for today's video. As always, check my YouTube channel for more Tower Saviors content. For now, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone!